Hi, friends, and welcome to this lesson. Now, yesterday we talked about paragraphs and types of paragraphs. Yesterday we did an illustrative paragraph. I hope you remember that lesson, and today we are going to learn another type of paragraph. What kind of paragraph are we going to learn today? Today we are going to learn what a narration is. So, narration is something when you tell a story, when you tell a story about an event or you narrate an experience. An experience is something that you have gone through. A good narration makes the listener or reader go through the same experience. Why do we like lovely movies? Why do we like great novels and great stories? Because when you read that story, when you read that novel, you feel those emotions. So the narration, the description is so strong that you feel that thing, and that is a great experience. When you watch a film that is narrated beautifully through the camera, through dialogue, costume, makeup, sound, light, you go through that experience. So, this is what you've got to do when you are narrating something. The other person, when reading it, should go through that experience. So, a good narration is something which reveals something of importance. So, you're talking about something that is significant, an important or significant experience is spoken about in a narration. A narration includes all the important details because details will bring the thing alive. See, when a commentator narrates what he's seeing on the field, he brings it alive for us, even when we are not seeing it on the television screen or watching it live. So, radio commentary is great narration. It brings the whole thing in front of your eyes through words. That's the kind of narration I am talking about. So, all news stories are also narrations of that kind in the newspaper. There may be an accompanying photograph. Mostly, newspaper photographs are very poor in quality. So, a narration writing. Now, a narration, as I've told you, it brings the story to life with a detailed account of what happened, and it presents events in a clear order so that there would be no confusion in your mind about what happened. Now, the narration that we are going to read today and try and understand is a narration from a college goer who is just fresh in college, and that person has had this experience in college. When you go to college, supposing you have gone from some other college and you are new to that place and others are old in that class, then not many people speak to you. So you are a little alone, a little aloof. And then what happens? That's what this narration is all about. And we will look at the division in this also, DRC. There is again a topic sentence here, there is development in the body, and there is a conclusion at the end. So, my dear friends, let's look at this. Let's look at the topic sentence. The topic sentence here. Last year was the first time I had ever been the new student at college. So, this is the first time he's a new student at college. He's joined college. For the first 4 days, so now we go into the development, the body. For the first 4 days, I was completely alone. I don't think I even spoke to a single person. So, first 4 days, just imagine. Finally, at lunchtime on the fifth day, Kajal Verma walked past her usual table. Usual table means where you normally sit. So she came and she walked past the usual table and sat down right next to me. So Kajal Verma seems to be someone important. We'll find out later. And she crossed her table and came and sat next to this gentleman. Even though I was new, I had already figured out who Kajal Verma was. She was popular. That means everyone was probably greeting, "Hi Kajal, hello Kajal, how are you? Kajal, come, Kajal, please." So Kajal went and sat there. Pretty soon, all of Kajal's friends were sitting there right next to me. So that means Kajal was very popular and she had a big group of friends. And when Kajal went and sat there, naturally, a lot of them came and joined that table. You understand? So, this is exactly what happened. This is the development of the story. Now we come to the concluding part. I never became great friends with Kajal. So this person has never become, during his college days, never become a great friend with Kajal. But after lunch that day, it seemed like all sorts of people were happy to be my friend. That means from that day, people started accepting this person as one of their own and they were happy to be friends. Why? Because Kajal went and sat there. So, Kajal seems to be a very influential person in that society. You cannot convince me that Kajal did not know what she was doing. So, he's saying I will never believe that Kajal did that without thinking. Kajal knew what she was doing. She wanted to help this person. So she went and sat next to him, giving a signal to all her friends that this person can be accepted. You cannot convince me that Kajal did not know what she was doing. I have a great respect for her and I learned a great deal about what it means to be a true leader. So, look at this conclusion. What a beautiful conclusion where he's saying that he now understood what it means to be a great leader. So, Kajal Verma was truly a great leader because she made his miserable life happy in college. You are miserable if you have nobody to talk to, no friends, nothing. And here Kajal Verma walked past her usual table, sat next to him, sending a signal to all friends, this guy is all right, you can accept him as part of the class, and moved out. And she knew what she was doing. So it was like she came and put her hand on his back and told everyone he's okay. So that's the beauty of a great narration paragraph, where you first see that this chap, 4 days, nobody talking. Fifth day, Kajal coming and sitting, everyone coming and sitting, ha 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 ha. Then friends. So one person coming and sitting there, changing his life. You can almost picture that college, canteen, people sitting and eating, one person eating alone, then someone going and sitting there, others also coming, then that person never eating alone. This is the power of narration, my dear friends. Simple sentences, you tell me which sentence is tough. All very simple sentences. So I am also going to give you tasks later on as we go along, and you are going to write a paragraph which is illustrative. Then you're going to write a narration one. So let me finish with these paragraphs and then I'm going to give you tasks. Or maybe one of these days I'll give you a couple of tasks which you do as we go along. We progress with the paragraphs. So, friends, I hope you've enjoyed the narration. I have. And thank you very much for watching this lesson. I'll see you in the next. Until then, all the best.